The swati today is a little bit on the turgid side, almost muddy. Okay. What do you think are the primary sources of mud and silt in streams?
Dirt.
Dirt, yeah. Okay, where does the dirt come from?
Runoff. The ground. Agricultural.
Agriculture? Okay, that's one of them. Any others? How about construction? Wherever you see construction, you're likely to see silt going down the stream. So agriculture, construction, just normal runoff. But what the Lebanon Valley Conservancy helps to keep streams clean, because we work with landowners to put their land under conservation easement. And a conservation easement prevents the construction of homes, industry, parking lots, all that sort of thing that many times go onto farmland or open land, whether it's farmland or just woodland. So that is how we work to keep the streams clean. Now, this year we started our canoe trip at the Swatara Water Park. So that's downstream from the conjunction, the confluence of the Little Swatara and the Big Swatara. I was born and raised within a half mile of that confluence, and we always called the Little Swati, we called that the Brown Swati. The Big Swati we called the Black Swati, because at that time the Swatara was polluted beyond recognition with coal dirt, and the Brown Swati to this day is still brown. The Big Swati is now clear on most days, but the Brown Swati is still brown. Now, one of the reasons the Brown Swati is brown is that the land along that Swatara, that branch of the Swatara, is largely farmland, especially when you get east of Jonestown. And unfortunately, there are farmers who will farm right to the edge of the Swatara Creek. There are farmers who will run their cattle, their pastures along the Swatara, so the cattle are in and out of the Swatara whenever they want to be. Cattle enjoy that, but fish don't. So what the Swatara watershed works to do is to have farmers keep their land under agricultural use. We also, in the conservation easement, there can be stipulations about what may be done along the stream. And my wife and I just moved within about a year. We moved from a farm along the Swatara, as I said, near the confluence of the Little Swatara and the Big Swatara, and we had a conservation easement on those 25 acres. Now, in that conservation easement, there's a paragraph that says that the streams on that piece of land may not be degraded, and so anybody who farms that land can't farm right up to the edge of the stream. They can't run cattle in the stream, and the stream has to be protected. Now, that's one way in which Lebanon Valley Conservancy works to keep the streams clean. How many of you have ever heard of the Lebanon Valley Conservancy? You have now, but before now. Unfortunately, we are not that well known, but we do have around 800 acres that have been preserved under conservation easements. There's another farmland preservation program which is run by the county commissioners and the Soil Conservation District, and in that conservation program, farmers are paid for the development rights of their land, whereas with the conservation easement, Lebanon Valley Conservancy has no money, and so what we find is landowners who are willing to donate the development rights of their land, which is what my wife and I did. You get a small tax break, so you get a little bit back, but not all that much. Now, what you do get is you get to be you get to qualify for clean and green. Clean and green gives you tax breaks. You're taxed on the value of your land for agriculture, not for development. So that serves very well there. And as you paddle the Swati and you see land that is covered with grass, trees that are not being sawed down along the stream, not all of that, certainly not near all of that, is conservation easement land, but those are the practices that give you clean streams. And I'm sure that you prefer a clean stream to a muddy stream. What the Lebanon Valley Conservancy also does is we attempt, the mission statement of the Lebanon Valley Conservancy is to promote the conservation and protection of the unique cultural, historical, and natural resources of the area. So we, in order to preserve historic resources, we try to raise consciousness by developing walking trails along historic routes in the towns around Lebanon County. We have some of those maps, walking maps, over there on that card table. We have one developed for Jonestown, one for Annville, one for Palmyra, and we're in the process of developing them for Schaeferstown, Maristown, and Mount Gretna. And we also have one for downtown Lebanon. That's right. And you'll find some of those over there on that table. Help yourself to them. Put them to good use. We are currently working with the Quittapahilla watershed in restoration of the Quittapahilla stream, especially through the Quittapahilla Park. And that stream was used over the years for milling. It was used. It was abused many times, and the stream bank had become vertical instead of sloping into the stream. It was a vertical drop, and those vertical drop stream banks are very, very susceptible to erosion, and you get a lot of underwashing of trees. You get the trees falling into the stream. You get the dirt falling into the stream, and so what has been done is that those banks have been cut back, and rocks have been placed along the shore without doing channelization. Through the town of Lebanon, their way of handling the Quittapahilla in Lebanon was to channelize the Quittapahilla. Now, if you like to see channelization, if you like cement walls along your streams, I don't think you're probably involved in canoeing. I think most of you like to see natural streams, and channelization is certainly not natural. So we work with the Quittapahilla people to get grants that have been used to improve that stream, and there are pictures of that up here. I hope you'll come up and take a look. There are items here about the Lebanon Valley Conservancy and what we do. We, of course, as I said, we do these walking tours, walking tour maps. We also conserve land, and we try to educate and inform people about saving our open spaces and saving our historic resources. Are there any questions?
Well, thank you, Dick.